back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. So recently on YouTube, I've been seeing so many YouTube videos related to Genshin Impact, and I saw so many people who would draw it or be playing the game and stuff, and I finally downloaded the game. The game is actually really good. It's a really fun fighting game, but at the same time, the characters' designs are so pretty. So today, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be drawing a character from Genshin Impact. So at the beginning of the game, you get to choose if you want to be Aether or Lumine, which are basically the protagonists of the game, and you get to decide if you want to be the boy version or the girl version. When I started the game, I chose Lumine, so that's who I'm going to be drawing today. Here's a video of what Lumine looks like in the game. So I thought she was going to be one of the more simple characters because all of the characters in Genshin Impact have very detailed designs, and Lumine and Aether looked like one of the most basic to me, but I was really wrong because even though they're probably the most basic designs, they still have so many details, so this drawing was a lot of work. With that, let's just get right into the drawing. So beginning this drawing, what I'm doing first is I'm just going in and doing the rough sketch of the drawing. And right now I'm working on doing her face and her hair. And Lumine's hair is short but then has these long strips in the front. The dress was by far the hardest part of this drawing. She has a really pretty dress though, and my favorite part about it is that the back of her dress, she kind of has these see-through parts which look really pretty. So the reference photo that I used for her, which I'll pop up right now, is really cool because I really love her sword, which looks so cool. But the other thing is that her the way she's turned, her arm is behind the rest of her body, so I only have to draw one hand. Hey, hands are hard, don't judge me. Anyways, now I'm working on her legs, which I'm really excited that when I finish this drawing, she actually looked proportional, because usually I don't draw the whole body. I will just stop at their torso or something. So I drew her whole body for this drawing, and it actually looked proportional, so I was really excited about that. Also, those are probably one of the best feet that I've drawn, because in my opinion, feet are way harder to draw than hands. Now I'm working on doing her face, and for her eyes, I did both of those on a different layer, which I recommend doing if you're doing digital art, because if I didn't do that, I would have to redraw the eye so many times, because it's just really nice to be able to move your eye. One thing that I did figure out is that Procreate actually has a limit to how many layers that you add. I added 120 layers and it wouldn't let me add any more. Yeah, that's a lot of layers. I put absolutely everything on a different layer, eyes, mouth, nose, legs, everything on a different layer, and then I had to start combining layers because I needed more. So I'm pretty much done with my rough sketch of this drawing, and now I'm going in and adding a sketch of all of the little details and stuff, which included she has details on her scarf, she has a bunch of jewels all over her and stuff, so I went in and sketched all of that. Now that I'm done with that, I'm moving on to the outlining. If you wanted to know, I'm using Studio Pen for all the outlining on this drawing. So this is the part where basically my whole drawing comes all together and starts to look really good. So I'm going to speed this up, and I'll be right back after all the outlining is done. Now that all the outlining is done, I'm moving on to coloring in my drawing. So the first thing I started working on was her hair. So she has a very light blonde hair color. So what I did is I grabbed a darker color and I used that for behind her hair and for the shading, and then I used a light yellow for the blonde color of her hair. So the main color of Lumine's outfit is white, but she also has a lot of light blue in there and some golds. So right now I'm just working on finishing up the flowers in her hair, which are white, but in the drawing they have a light blue tint to them, so I just used the airbrush to do that. So just so I got it out of the way, the first thing I decided to do was to go in and color in all the little details. This includes all the gems and the leather parts. So you might be able to tell there is a lot of gold parts on her costume. So the way I did that is I went in with a like orangey yellow color for the base of the gold, and I went in with a lighter color, and I would just add little highlights and stuff so that it looked shiny, so it like gave off the gold look. The back of her dress kind of has this see-through blue tint to it. So to do that, I went in with a soft airbrush tool, and I just airbrushed on light blue. I did dark blue at the top, and then it kind of goes like a gradient down. Right below her armor in the picture, it kind of looks like it has like a shiny crystallized look to it. So to do that, I just went in and did a bunch of like triangles and stuff, and I kind of think that gave off the effect that I was trying to do. I then colored in her sword, which is like my favorite part. It took 3 seconds to color in that sword, and it's my favorite part of the drawing. I feel like the dark blue of the sword like looks just really good with the whole drawing. So for her eyes, I did the top of her eyes a dark brown, and then underneath of it, I added a light yellow. I also did the same exact thing that I did for the back of her dress, for the cape, where I added just a nice gradient. Now I'm just doing the final little touches of my drawing. The last thing I did is I went on Safari and I searched Genshin Impact backgrounds, and I found one that just shows a nice field and you can see Mondstadt in the background, and I used that for my background of this drawing, and I think it looks really good. One thing that I do a lot is when there's white in a drawing, I end up just forgetting to color it in because the background is white already. So I think that I've colored it in, but I haven't. So I had to go in and color in all of the white spots of her dress. Now my drawing is finally finished. So here is my final drawing. I think that she looks so good. This took such a long time to do, but it was so worth it for how good this drawing looks in the end. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, please make sure to like and subscribe. And if you have any ideas for future videos, please put it in the comments below. I do read all of my comments. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!